Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Sorry, just getting a few final things set up. Already have a flight plan filed and everything. Actually, let me just verify that I did file it. I'm 99.9% certain I did. Indeed, I did. I just need to quickly do it in free flight, or sorry, in New Sky. Not departure. Oscar, Mike Sierra. Victor, Alpha, Bravo, Bravo. B789. Departure time. Gonna be inaugurated to time 4-5. Close that. Book flight. And then let me just go and get Navgraph up. Good morning, Seb. Grumpy will be spawning in somewhere here soon. Back in the 787 tonight. So I just need to finish getting everything set up. Yeah, somewhere that there's new nav data. I'm gonna wait a few days before it corrupts anything, as is a very, very common theme here. So, alright. Well, no, this is the Horizon 787, which is based on default. It's built on default, but it has a few necessary improvements. And then I'm also using like a texture pack to get it going and to get it looking a little bit better. So, all right. First things first. Batteries on. External power on. Flight deck door lock. Emergency lights to arm. Let me just quickly.
Runway awareness. Okay.
Meters.
Grumpy's telling you to switch hands. 1 second. Is it what? Stand or taking runway 08 left. Ooh. Yeah. This here is the AnyBuilds Muscat, in case anyone's curious. Yeah, let's quickly see it. What GSX can do to move. Reposition aircraft. There we go. Now we're on the opposite side. I should not have done that on Vatsim, but you know what? I have the area. Yeah, well, I can imagine like 90% of the world doesn't change. It's for what does change, which is why you have the area cycles. So, the UK is the exact same, by the way. The UK is the exact same. All right, let's see here. Getting these systems all up and running. We already have our some brief flight plan. Let's go ahead and quickly come in here. The FMC in this thing is very, very similar to the triple. Root request. I'll have to go in and set everything in a moment. All right, we can go ahead and load that, and I'm just gonna bring the speed right. Yeah, and then I still haven't figured out the reversers in this thing, but you know what? Brakes are fine. The reversers in this thing are not as powerful as the triple, and really to a nice long or to a place with a nice long runway. So, right, you can go and execute that. To quickly go in here, settings, weight and balance, set from OFP. Yay, that's done. Right, root, performance unit. The FAA changes on the 56 on 5.6 rather than 2.8. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? They can look at our OFP, our zero fuel weight. It's going to be 168858. 168.9. Cost index is 153. Oh, quite high. And then our reserves. So now I actually have to look at the charts. Or sorry, no, I have to actually look at the PDF. Let's see here. FinRes 2. That's our reserve. Even though really it should be 4, at least. So. Usually do. Every other area. Ooh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Right. Tune now 122.8 because Middle East is not yet part of CTAF. But I think CTAF's coming to the entirety of ATSM. I think the writing's on the wall. I think that UK might adopt it at some point in the future. Of course, Europe will probably adopt it at some point in the future as well. CTAP's coming to the rest of the world, and I'm here for it. All right, thrust limit. Oh, first before we do that, let's get our wind. Let's go and request that. Does it say how long to IRS limit? Or did I did not get these on. Yeah, whatever. Load that. Yeah, it's a decision I like. I mean, I'm the only thing about CTAF that I will say is, especially in congested areas like New York City, it might become a bit of an issue, especially if you're trying to coordinate departures out of like LaGuardia, Kennedy, and Newark at the same time. But outside of that, I mean, CTAF is amazing. So help separate the comms. All right, FMC. All right, we did all that. VNav is set. Transition. What is our transition flight level? It is not 180. Yeah, well, it kept. I mean, I could see that being an issue with idiots on at Gatwick and Heathrow. So, all right. In terms of our departure, it's not going to be 0 right. It'll be. Let me just verify with Grumpy what his departure is. I guess I haven't. Out here. Right. 08 left Merm 1 November. So basically straight out, and then we'll go and get rid of that waypoint. Go direct to Misru. So okay, I wouldn't say it's poorly designed. I mean, New York is all congested in a smaller area. So like, well, I guess I see what you mean as I was saying that now. I mean, 08 left, Merman departure, and you know what, get that, and then we can use the HUD if we need to. You can use this guy, even though this guy kind of seemed to be quite useless last time. And then quickly clear up this discontinuity. There we go. Let's go ahead and quickly open up. Oh, come on. Last I checked, Kennedy, it was radar vectors out. Here. Oh, there. That's stupid. Com 2 on this thing is the center com. It's not the right one. Oh, that's annoying. Right. Quickly verify that number 2 is on 21.5. Yep. Right. IRS alignment 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and run through pre-flight checklist. Normal before start. Let's go passenger signs to on. Okay. MCP, let's go ahead and set that real quickly. Weight directors on. These. Interesting. Right, we need our takeoff performance now. So let's go and get that from SimBrief real quickly. Right, runway at 08 left. Flaps. Can I do flaps 5 in this thing? I always forget what flap settings I have in this thing. I can go 10, 15, 25, 30. That means flaps 15 for takeoff. Alright, 155, that seems like pretty good takeoff performance right there. QNH 999 hectopascals. Sure, 998. Alright, let's actually put in this performance data now. Ooh, where to? Ignore bait. Take off data. It'll be flaps 15 because I haven't mapped it. Because I can do flaps 10, 15, 25, or 30. Can't do it. Oh, this was instant because there's no other way to do it in this thing. All right. Assumed temp. I know. Thrust limit. Take off 1. There we go. Center of gravity. This leave automatically calculates. And then speeds are 155. 159. 162. There we go. Alright, in terms of our departure. Oh, it's on a rusty 737. Damn. Wow. Yeah, you have to do us like that. Alright, auto throttle on. our initial speed is going to be 162. Oh, the max 9. Damn. You know, they just certified the max 7. Initial heading is initial heading I can control, right? Let me thought you had the right profile up, right? No, you do not. Yeah, you do. I know. I know. Okay, by the time that any of them actually get delivered, I will not be here, hopefully. Great. No altitude constraint on the departure. So go initial climb level 100. And it's on a heading of 083. You think I'm actually gonna come visit? On nav, VNav on. Once it gets stable, my time in the U.S. will be actually like done. I'll fly them over. I will fly them over. CD pre-flight is completed. Trim the stabilizer trim in the green. Well, it might have one last chance. All right, in terms of our taxi briefing, we will push and start facing west, then taxi via Victor to Yankee 2. Nice 13,000 foot runway. So I am registered to vote, but I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to vote remotely though. Beacon lights on. You remember, hopefully I'll not be here. I mean, if I am here, then I will vote. So, September 14th. They're just over a month out. Of course, I did the GSX update 2 days ago, and it's already outdated by 2 versions. Ooh, now that's an option.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
I hadn't considered that, actually. Hopefully. Go transponder. Thanks, Tara.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Get the beacon lights on now. Whoops. Don't know why that's not in the checklist.
Locking gear.
Stand by, I still need an APU. Okay, well, the question is by how much, though? Because if it's only by, like, 20 seats in both... I mean, if it's by 20 seats in the Senate, okay. But it's not going to be by 20 seats in the Senate. It depends on by how much they win. Nose right to left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Muscat traffic, Chesapeake 7-8 Papa, push and start now, facing
All
west.
engines clear.
Muscat traffic.
At will.
Alright, let's get out of here, shall we? Get those all on. Fuel pumps on. Go number 1 first. I'll put the checklist over here. You know, with that on the ND. Put can I get? I'll figure it out in a moment. Oh, did GSX screw you, Grumpy? Oh. Sorry, I just read the upper message 5 minutes ago. Alright. You know, you can't just hit the do it fast button. That's what I always use in that thing. No, Grumpy, I'll wait for you. Well, hey, actually, GSX has actually been quite reliable for me recently. It's left me stranded in a few places.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brakes set.
Lock in gear.
But Zach, I can't say it's been entirely bad. Of course, we say that, and now it's gonna go all bad again. But we'll worry about that later. Let's go number 1 now. Waiting. Oh wait,
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
in this thing, I'm waiting for this number to be at 20.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Alright, let's get the checklist. Break RTO. Here, ND. No. TDU system. No. I forget how to do this. Well, JSX has the map now, which you can do like custom custom pushbacks. And it does have the function now. It takes an extra minute, but I think it's the best out of everything we got. There we go. Just ECAS. There we go. See this, Grumpy? Nice big screen. Oh, fair. Fair. Bring up the incompetent pilots. Last night, a few of us were listening to Vets and Listen, and I was listening to a Heathrow director, and there's an EasyJet that could not fly the aircraft. Anti-ice on. Anti-ice checked. Let's go ahead and recall. Recall checked. Flight controls. Go full up. Full down. Full left. Full right. Do this trick. check the rudder. These screens are a bit laggy, but no, that's fine. Alright. Flight controls checked. Ground equipment clear, and let's go ahead and switch the APU bleed off. Yeah. Well, actually, I didn't run into it being too much of an issue. If you refresh the page, you can get past it. So.
Muscat traffic, not 37 Delta. Push and start, stand 202, facing north for a 08, left departure.
Oh, that was me for a second. Alright. Put the flaps in. Fair. I mean, but I mean, half the time though, it's not that big of an issue. All right. Taxi via Tango and Victor for 08 left. Muscat traffic, Chesapeake 78 Papa Heavy, taxiing now, holding point, Yankee 2 for runway 08 left via Tango and Victor. Muscat traffic. Certify that New Skies actually started. Taxi lights on. I mean, I can understand why they have to put a limit on it. So for a week before public release. Nice. Oh, that's cool. But you're one of the bigger tech guys now, so. I used to be in the area. Quit for a reason. Biggest of which I just wasn't liking it. Yeah, like a facility engineer is still higher than I am. All right, flat 15 now. Now that'd be cool to be USA 1. That's like the subdivision. That's like the director of VAT USA, right? That's the main guy in charge, right? Yeah. Yeah, division director. Right, I'm trying to go very, very slow so Grumpy can catch up behind me. And Grumpy, I'll go slow in terms of flying as well. Mucked up installing the utility sync, so I have to redo a lot of stuff. Alright. So, just waiting for
Muscat traffic, not 37 Delta. Taxi into holding point 08 left, align form Echo, Victor, and hold Yankee 1.
mucked up installing utility sync later or earlier, so well, I mucked up, but then realized, then I realized the muck up after I'd done everything, so now I have to restart. Nice. Yeah, overhead. I don't know my opinion on overheads, to be honest, because it does restrict you in terms of what you can use. So, all right, see you, Seb. Have a nice night. It's 12:56 for you. Oh, damn, that is late. Not as late for me. runway heading. News guy is started. Getting hungry. I have some donuts in the fridge behind me. Alright. I don't know how Hughes does it. Because I looked at the paint kit for this. It's unbelievably complex. It's like you have to do it through Blender. You have no choice. And even Blender can be tricky at times. We have taken so long. I'm gonna check Mitar again. 998. Gotta be honest, this any builds Muscat is very, very nice. First time being here since purchasing the scenery for it. Alright, I don't know if I'm gonna use this, but anyway. Just clear.
Approaching 08 left.
Right is clear. Muscat traffic, just big 78 Papa heavy, lining up now, runway 08 left. Muscat traffic. Oh, the tiller, I'd argue the tiller. The tiller you do need.
On runway 08 left.
Final check on everything. Everything's done. Flat 15 set. Perfect. True. True. New sky started. Alright. Muscat traffic, just big 78 Papa heavy, taking off now, runway 08 left. Straight out departure. Muscat traffic. Crust stabilized. Toga. Airspeed alive. Hitting knots. Rotate. Oh, that's right, gear up. Morning, Clark. Maybe I'll explain it in a moment. Or when Super Airborne, because it's a bit more complex than that. Muscat traffic, just peak 7-8 Papa Heavy, now airborne passing altitude 2,100 feet. Initial climb level 100. Muscat traffic. Right, flaps the rest of the way in. Alright, so yes, Boeing's always used Toga for takeoff, but we have multiple different Toga settings. So Boeing's have a soft Toga mode, and then they also have a hard Toga mode. The soft Toga mode is more meant for, like, let's say you're like a mile out and ATC tells you to go around. That's what a soft Toga mode is for. For situations where you might not need full power, but you need climb power. Then you have the hard go around mode, which applies full power. But there's another layer to that. For takeoffs, whatever you set in here, you can hit Toga once, and it'll set the power that you set in here. Now, if you hit it again, then it'll apply full power. So it's a little bit more complicated than just Toga. So then just Toga the way out. Alright, climb now, flight level. What did I file? It's cruising flight level. Actually, you know what does VNAPs tell me? Climb now, flight level 370.
Muscat traffic, air not 37 Delta, line up, take off runway 08 left. On a Murmur 1 November departure.
Chesapeake 78 Papa Heavy, climbing now, level 370. Traffic. You know, I know why. Oh, I think I know why. No, maybe not. All right, we'll see. You know how sometimes Windows will reset all your audio settings. Very, very annoying, and I think that happened the other day. So, all right. After takeoff checklist. Normal. Yeah, the 7.8's not bad. I mean, there's a lot of room for improvement, but it's not 100% awful. I mean, by the time you put in the texture pack for the 7.8, from someone off FSTO, which gives you nice, clean, crisp buttons and not awful textures. By the time you do that, and by the time you install the Horizon add-on, it's not awful. And all of a sudden it looks as if, and feels as if this thing wants to do better. Which I can absolutely feel. You have they have a really strong foundation right here. If Asobo would open it up and open up the ability to improve this thing a little bit more than what Horizon's been able to do with it. They have a pretty strong start. So I bought that A220 and I still need to fly it. The issue is that I'm gonna fly it not on a video, or sorry, not on a stream, because then I can skip out on the bits that I don't know about. Then I can look as say I can become an expert without actually being an expert. I also just don't think that watching me struggle live on stream is necessarily the best content ever. I think it's quite boring for everyone. I'll grab my pen in a few minutes. Passing level 18 to standard pressure. Wait, should I have to do it through here? Go landing lights off now. Turn off all these other lights. Seatbelts to auto. Normal. Good, and then actually this should be at 2000. Interesting. Then maybe I'll upload 2 versions of that when that video comes. But I mean, the other factor is that I also just don't like having to like pull up a video on like a guide on how to do stuff whilst I'm streaming and whatnot. Because then I have to mute myself now, and then you guys get nothing for a bit for 10 minutes or whatever. Yeah, we'll fly it at some point in the coming week. Tomorrow night is me finish up the utility sink. Now that I have my order from Home Depot arriving tomorrow morning. Actually, this morning. Might also do my flight from Honolulu to ADAC. Well, in the A319 or A321. Haven't decided yet. That'll probably happen tonight. And then I also have to do some VFR stuff. I need to practice some stalls and steep turns. Oh, fair. Yeah, I need to finish watching that 777 cap pilot sky video on it. Then maybe we can do it live once I finish watching his video. It's not A320 sim pilot, I don't think. It could be. I don't know, actually. It's the guy who is currently rated on the 7.8 and 7.7. It's that guy. He did a great video on explaining how to fly it and everything. Kind of explaining the differences and how it's all Boeing, Airbus, and Embraer in a single aircraft. Fully loaded. At 3. Damn. I will make sure my speed is not too high. VNav. Next page. Decimal 8. Trying not to get too ahead of you. I'm curious on what Airbus is actually going to replace the A320s with. Because I feel like if Airbus were to do another iteration of the A320, I think it might very well turn into their 737. So I'm curious, because surely they're not going to put the H220 and all that. Oh, that's actually a good point. What is the weather in Mumbai? It's an IFR. 280 degrees, 14 knots. 3,000 haze. Okay. That's average for Mumbai, though. That's average. I had a go around last night at Honolulu, and I still floated the damn aircraft. Floated it. I mean, it's like in the final like 5 feet. You grease it by just enough to the point where Muscat will ding you for it. I floated it. Went around. Then I came in for a second approach. And though it was a bit more firm, it was still 31 feet per minute. So I still floated it. And I could feel it as well. So if it's 3,000 meters visibility, what is it? 3,000 meters. $10,000 feet. So it should clear up in time. It should clear up in time, theoretically. Worst case, I think this is a Cat 3. So, and we had that option at our disposal if needed. So, all good. All good. One of the things I like about the new Boeings, this. The ability to see flight number up here, microphone, transponder, cell cow, tail, right? Without having to be like a physical strip or whatever. I really like that in this thing. And it's the same thing for the Max, I think, as well. I could not resist. I'm just bloody hungry right now. That's the second time. Sorry, no, that's the third time I've had a really good experience at Muscat. I'm not gonna lie, I think that. Well, I know I've said this in the Discord a few times, but I don't think I'll be flying to Dubai again. I think I'll be flying. I think in terms of flights in and out of the Middle East, it'll be a mixture of Cairo and Muscat, to be honest. Because Muscat seems like a relatively big-ish airport, and but still really simple. Still really nice to fly in and out of. Rather, Dubai is just a mess. A mess of idiots on VAT of course. An absolute mess of just an absolute a mess of taxiways, a mess of parking stands. So I can never find my way around Dubai. Taxi always takes forever there. You know. Okay, Dunkin' Donuts is the Greg's of the U.S. So bloody delicious. Oh, welcome back, Norby. Oh, I'm an idiot. Never got. TCAS isn't going to do me very well if I don't have traffic on. Whoops. Let's throw up the weather on. Of course, going into Mumbai, we'll put the train on. Alright. Fair. Fair. Good American breakfast, though. Solid American breakfast. For really damn cheap as well. They are not expensive. Especially compare them to IHOP and everywhere else. Alright, lights are all off. Good. I'm not gonna lie, it's been probably about 2 years since I was last in an IHOP. I mean, I have one right down the street, but never had the time to go in it. Not to mention, I think they've actually gone downhill in the past few years, if I've heard correctly. You know, I'd rather go to like a classic American diner or something. And we have Silver Diner, it's a little farther away, but we have Silver Diner. They're quite nice. Yeah, Yeah, just never find the reason to go into an IHOP now. Alright. Wolf Rice flying from San Fran. Off to Sydney. That's a nice flight. I've never seen that film. Then again, I'm not. Don't call me a movie expert by any means. Do not call me a movie expert. I'm an expert in the Marvel Cinematic Universe up through Endgame. The Designated Survivor. I've watched that whole series a few times. Watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. a few times. Watched NCIS all the way up through season 18, I believe. And then, of course, I've seen a few movies around, more surrounding historical events. So I watched that movie on the Nuremberg trials. I've seen a lot. Actually, I've seen a lot of World War II movies. There's a great movie on the Battle of Britain, Squadron 303. Actually, I think that one's free on YouTube. I have it on disc now if I need it. Or yeah, I actually bought that one, so it's in my movie library, so I can watch it. Even if YouTube were to change it from being free. Watched. I've seen The Imitation Game. That one's bloody brilliant. I've actually been to Bletchley Park. There's a few other historical movies I've seen surrounding World War II. Oppenheimer, of course, I've seen that. Actually, Oppenheimer was freaking amazing. What's his face? Did an excellent job with that one. So, is it Christopher Nolan, or is that the rookie guy? All right, I will Google it. Huh. In 1989. Are there any of these that I know? Don't know if I know any of those. Interesting. Yo, that scene. Diner. Yeah, I'll have to watch that later. Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, I'll have to watch that a little later. I will actually save this. That's cool. You said that's in New York. Yeah. I, I've never been to New York City. I've been into New York a few times, but I've never been to New York City. Been needing to go. Oh, cool. That that that's nice. That's nice. That is cool. I don't need maybe a place that I want to go visit. I actually don't know if there's any movie references I want to go visit. Wow. So it hasn't changed at all then. It preserved the whole thing. That's cool. That they that someone decided to preserve the whole thing. That is cool. Yeah. So to be honest, so I'm not that big of a tourist, to be honest. I mean, I'd rather go spend a place in the mountains than necessarily go to like a major city. Go see like 15,000 landmarks, right? I much prefer nature. I find the big crowds kind of move me away from that. So, I mean, I've gone around London twice now. Will not be going around London again. The crowds there are just insane, and yeah, you know, I wasn't a big fan of Paris for the same reason. And but I think my trip would have been about 5 times better in France if maybe I'd gone down to Nice or something. I mean, it was nice to see some stuff in Paris. It was nice to be up in the Eiffel Tower, but um, yeah, that was my mom's idea when I went on that trip last year. That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. I have been into DC a few times, but and I will go to DC at some point again. Maybe, maybe not actually. If I got my wish, then I won't come back to the U.S. at all. Uh, DC is relatively nice. Uh, you know, been past the Washington Monument a few times. Um, last time I was in DC, which was about a year and a half ago now. Last time I was in DC, my uncle was in town, and he and I were just scootering through DC, and we scooted over to the Washington Monument. We scooted over to we scooted past the White House. Um, it was nice. It was nice. It was nice, fun to be in DC that at that time. I think I have a photo somewhere. I was literally standing in front of the FBI building. Went past Congress. It was cool. It was cool. Whenever their next update's coming out, they've been very quiet. They have been very quiet, and even saying something as simple as, "Hey, we're still working on stuff, and we're alive still," will probably make everything so much better. Sorry, stuff is taking longer than expected. So I have a theory on Phoenix. My theory is that they're working on a massive update that's going to drop all at once. A massive update to the COs and then the Neos on top of that. With VNAV, with better VNAV and everything. It's either that they're working on a massive update and they're just going to surprise everyone with it, or they're going to, or they're dead. But I feel like it's been I think, what, 4 months at least since an update from them. They're well overdue. I'm sure that SU5 screwed them up. I'm sure of it. I mean, SU5 broke everything. Alright, what's our ETA? 7:09. An hour and a half out. Seems about right. What should we do for that hour and a half? Actually, let me just check that my shipment is arriving today. I have a buyer for the old PC. I have to ship it to him. But I need to make sure all the packing material is coming first. Oh, at least that's gonna be on time. And actually, this monitor here is gonna be sent over as well. Yes, it is. Arriving today. Yep. Alright, what should we do during this time? Let's do some searching for some houses. I'm still waiting on responses from a few of them. Oh, this one's new. This one is new. For 625, where is that located at? It is that. Oh, what is it like for public transportation? Yeah, that train station right up the road. And then Barton Aerodrome is over here. Seems like it could be a bit long to get over there. Yeah, it is a bit far to get over there. An hour. That is a bit far. Well, actually, hour and 20. That's not awful. Is that through buses? It is. How many bus change? 2. Hour and 14 through that line. 53 minutes on for biking. Damn it, that's half an hour away by car. Damn. Yeah, that is a bit far. Yeah, I'll keep it in the back of my head. This place here also seems doable. Especially for that price. Oh, no. I feel like that's too far. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Sitting on a bus all day is not gonna be fun at all. I feel like this place is just way too far though. And for that price, not awful, but so I've seen a few places in Bolton. The question is, what's the yeah, I have. That's been on the back of my mind. It has what, the second best in the country? Right. That place. Ooh, this place is a bit far from near station. Probably call a few of these places. Yeah, one a mile. Let's see. From Keep Desserts. Oh, now that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'll check that out in a moment. Yeah, a little ever. Okay, now that takes forever. No, that literally takes 2 hours. No, that literally takes 2 hours. Alright, so area around Manchester, think Wilmslow, let's see. Search this area. Nothing too much. What's this place? Ooh. What's a room? Not thrilled about that, but you have to share restrooms. Yeah, I agree with that. Right, what's over here? Maybe anything closer to maybe Liverpool? Spartan Aerodrome's right there. $550. Oh, that's this place. That's this place. Yeah, no, can't move in. Cannot move into this place. Well, actually, no. Could move into this place. Sorry, I thought this is an office. Half price for the first 3 months. First 3 months only. I know that's what I was thinking as well, but then terraced house. Meaning. Yeah. That was my issue with this place. There. On floor plan. No, I'm not seeing any of that, so yeah. Stay away from that one. Right. Now this one here, there's a place right here that I'm waiting a response on. Small place, but it might work. I looked at that place. Anything too much in this area? What's the 667 one? That one's, I feel like that one's new. Oh no, it's house share. Would rather not do house share if I can avoid it. What's the okay? If I were to go up here, what's the commute? What's the commute like to Barton? Go to Tesco Superstore right there. Yeah, that's about the same. That is about the same. Well, actually, is this? Because I could get off right here and then not have to go through all that distance. All right, let's take a further look at it. Why is there no fridge? No, it's their open rent. Open rent's annoying because I can't. Open rent wants a UK phone number, which I don't have for them. But I mean, there's no fridge, so this place is awful anyway. I mean, like I have a small fridge here. I could buy one for $200 to $300. But still, there are better options. But this 525 one. LA. Well, that's gonna have the same transport issues. That one will have the same transport issues. Well, there is a Sainsbury's right there. And there are other options for work immediately surrounding the area. And for 525, I mean, it's not awful pricing. The challenge would just be getting to a Barton Aerodrome. Anything in this area here? No. That's parking. Like that one. This one here is a little on the expensive side. Parking. And why are these all parking? It's 543 now. How sure? I'll figure something out. I'm gonna call today about the place in Warrington. And this is already sold. Oh, great. Wait, no. Was it already rented? Not yet. Yeah, I'll call them after this flight. Still a bit early. I mean, this place is small, but it's doable. maybe small, but it is doable. I don't need anything too big. It's just me. I'll give him a buzz in a little bit. In a little bit. It's only 7. Yeah, 27:53. Local. So I'll wait until 10 local. Right, any news today? Aside from that, so far I've had 2 callouts already for Saturday. So Saturday night I'm looking to be kind of screwed in terms of work. It's getting annoying. Let's see. Have I got my paycheck yet? Oh, I have. Quickly move the money. This phone is now paid off. In the absolute desperate position I was in last week when I had to purchase this 10A. You see, I don't have any credit cards, so... And of course all my money is in savings right now. And so when my phone died last week, after all that chaos, I mean, I literally had to call my dad through my mom's phone, ask him, look, I'll pay you back. Once I get the money back for this, can you drive me over to Best Buy, buy me a phone? I'll pay you back in a week, and he agreed to that. Now it's paid off, so. It feels nice to be back on the Google family. Yeah, the Pixels, the Pixel lineup is really nice, and and overall the Pixel UI is probably the best in terms of Android phones. Samsung was not bad. Samsung was different, but Google seems, or the Pixel UI seems very nice. And unlike with Samsung, I actually know that Pixel will actually will actually stand up to some use. It's the second Pixel I've had the Pixel 7 until last year. Actually, I still have the Pixel 7 right behind me. Pixel 7, it's actually a really good phone. Aside from the fact that the camera glass kept breaking due to poor design. But I mean, that was an easy fix. I mean, I could fix the camera glass within 10 minutes. It's just a matter of having some spare camera glass on hand. I think it broke 4 times in the span I had it, or in the span that I was using it for. Which is not great for a flagship. And Google Google would not cover it for some stupid reason. Figured, you know what? I'm not gonna bother with them. I can replace it in 10 minutes for $10. Just it myself. And so I did. And you know what was the failure for it? A bad power button. A bad power button led it to begin to infinitely boot loop. And that's when I ended up with the Samsung. And to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to buy another Samsung, to be honest. I mean, I kind of lost all trust with this water incident, especially after it was 1 week out of warranty. So, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Do we have a discontinuity coming up? Or just moving that fast? Blimey, this is a fast flight. That's even with a 26 knot headwind. Alright. So for Mumbai, runway 27 for arrivals. Take the ILS Zulu final. Alright. Yeah. Keytor to Alpha arrival, so good transition. Probably go direct from Atora to Vivor depending on traffic. Save off a few minutes. And then vectors from Nikita to ILS approach. ILS Zulu runway 27. Quito to Alpha arrival. So good transition. Execute that. That gives us top descent in 45 minutes. The VNAV in this thing is a Phoenix Devil, so we'll not be using the VNAV to manage it ourselves. see. ETA is 8:18. So in about 1 hour. Let's see, are there any other good potential places? Oh, welcome back, Rumpy. Sorry, Clark. Sorry, welcome back. Yeah, I need to call about the place right there today. Yeah, I have been chatting to Philip. He said that Stockport is giving me a few areas to avoid. He said Stockport. I'll have to go back and look a bit. Around this area here, he said to avoid. Yeah, and then he said in Salford, avoid X areas. So I don't know how well I'll have to ask him how familiar he is with Warrington. But for £600 per month, it's not awful. That's not awful, especially if it's just for myself and just a single room. Any areas ending in for should be avoided. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, of course, I am moving to a city, and so crime levels are always kind of going to be elevated near cities, especially near city centers. So I'm trying to stay as far outside the city center as I possibly can. Not to mention, prices do go up. I have looked. There's nothing. Cycling distance, yeah, I could get an e-bike. So I was, and I'm still waiting on a response back from my place. Right about here, right? It's really close to. It's kind of really close to everything. But at the same time, it's a tad bit more expensive. So, yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. That's why the sim setup. I mean, the sim. Some of the stuff is coming with me. Some of it's not. But I'm not going to set it up immediately. It'll be some time. It'll probably be a good 6 months before I get around to setting anything up again. Just looking for places to sleep, place to store paperwork. That's the priority. So. And in terms of jobs, a lot of them want a location which I can't give them right now because I don't fully know where I'm going to end up. Don't know if I'm gonna end up in Eccles. Don't know if I'm gonna end up in Warrington. Don't know if I'm gonna end up in Salford. So, but it rains a lot here, Grumpy. I'm used to cycling in the rain. I am used to it. That's not that big of a concern. I'll happily bike home in the rain, as long as the winds are not like gusting to the point where I'm falling over. I mean, I'm used to it. I'm fine. I'm fine with it. Had to bike home last week in the rain. Yeah, once we land, I'll call a few of these places, see if we can work something out. Still waiting on my refund from that order, or from that launch, so and then that'll add on a fair amount of savings. And I get paid in 2 weeks' time. I think I got 3 more paychecks. Yeah, 3 more paychecks before I leave. Well, the third one comes out the week after I leave, I think. Let me just do that math. Yeah. Yeah. Three more paychecks. That'll equate to potentially an extra $2,000. When you put it like that, that's it is close. It's just over a month. It's just over a month. So the good thing is I have in terms of the job here, if stuff were to not work out, my job here is insured. I have been told that as long as something doesn't change in like the next month or so, they're more than happy to have me back if stuff doesn't work out. So at least I have a little bit of padding and insurance if stuff doesn't work. Though to be honest, at this point in time, I might prefer just going to the military or something. I have been looking into British Armed Forces. Briefly looked into the Army earlier. Briefly looked into the RAF earlier. From so good, you'll go direct Mike Bravo 319. Yep, that's what I was thinking as well. You're going from so good. Okay. I'll plan the same as well. That moves our top descent up. That's not accurate. It might be. Saves swapping 4 minutes. Got him at the 787. Looks pretty good. Though this 787 could be a bit better. The paint kit for it's an absolute mess. So I don't know whoever made this livery. I don't know how they did it. I'll go and quickly give everyone a sneak peek at the livery file in this one. You're not wrong about that. This thing is the closest to the A350. All right, go ahead and share one. Just the insanity of how difficult it is to make a livery for this thing, because it is not easy. Could do the blender route, which I might be forced to do. I'm going to eventually get Baltimore Air Group back up and running. Nope. Fuse one. It is today. It is today. But I wouldn't update it today. I would wait until at least tomorrow, if not Saturday or Sunday, to do it. Because it'll always be broken. It's always broken now. Alright, there you go. This here's the front. How on earth am I gonna paint this? Just not. I'm not. I'm not. It's an absolute mess. I know, right? If only people could use actual beta testers. But anyway, it's like, I can't paint this. It's... Okay, well, maybe I could, but I'm not going to. I'm sorry, I'm not going to paint this. I'm not that good with Blender yet. Not to mention, this isn't my priority right now. There have been significant decrease in streams recently, and that is because moving day is approaching. So I have about 15,000 things to do between now and moving day. Including... Holy shit. Didn't realize that was that full. Including editing all 13 of these. And all 13 of these, and this is not the end of it. Probably gonna have about 20 total by the time it's done. All 20 of these are probably gonna have a different style to them. Gonna try some new ideas out. Actually, speaking of, there we go. So the next leg's on the Long Arch tour to ADAC. That's next. Then we're gonna go. I'm gonna skip out on Kodiak. We're gonna go straight to Anchorage, then Fairbanks, Whitehorse, Calgary, Winnipeg, Halifax, Gander, Nook, Keflavik, Vika, Bergen, Billund, Innsbruck, Sion, Gibraltar, Toulouse, Dusseldorf, then Heathrow. I feel like a lot of the European ones I can probably knock out in a single day. Probably got about another 4 or 5 days of filming the long arc short at least. Try to do it. Maybe try to do another 2 legs tonight. Don't know. We'll see. Let's do our descent briefing. Recall, everything checked. Auto brake, because we don't have reversers, because they're not working. They physically work in the aircraft. I don't have it mounted correctly. Yeah, flaps 25 for landing. Let's auto brake 3. Let's go auto brake 4. Yeah, let's go auto brake 4 in this thing. Oh, wait, no reverser credit. Makes swapping 30 feet a difference. Auto brake 4. Minimums. 230. Not too far. This is one of the areas that the buses excel at. Being able to just put in a number for the minimums. Like, there you go. I missed it again. There we go. Wind 280 degrees, 16 knots. Visibility 3,000 with the haze. So it'll be a cat. Well, it'll be normal cat 1, but we do have to caution the low visibility, as we always do. Go flaps 25 for landing. Give us final approach speed of 100. Ooh, that is a very high final approach speed. That is a very, very high final approach speed. 160 knots, really? Yeah. 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 Damn. Yeah, 160 knots for the final approach speed, because you add +5 on that. Oof. Yeah, what was that airport? It was a Metabod. On the on the Around the World tour, I struggled with that one because the haze. Use that smoke. I mean, actually, that one did get below minimums. And of course, I was in a triple on that one. Of course, for that one, I was in the triple. All right. Let's see. Sure. That is in, and then approach briefing. Well, approach and descent briefing. So it'll be flight level. Level 100. I'm not staying at level 100 for Licta. Go down to about 8,000. Mike Bravo 319, sorry, 393. Plan for about 8,000 there. Then I'll plan for about 4,000. Oh, actually, you have 30. You have 30 miles. We'll see. We'll see how we do on our descent. But we'll plan for about 10,000. Either 10,000 or 9,000. Mike Bravo 393. And then turn for final down to 2,900. Yes. As we can very clearly see. It's actually now's a good time to switch that over to train. Get the trade radar on. Approach briefing completed. In case of go around, fly the pattern. Fly southbound pattern. We will not follow a standard misapproach. Actually, I got told to fly the published misapproach at Honolulu yesterday. For the first time ever, I was not expecting that, especially in USA airspace. Because in the US, they always just give you a heading. Climb to 3,000, turn right heading 360. Alright. That's all looking good. So, Grumpy, when the Vector 787 comes out, if that's any good, will you be potentially looking to get it, or do you think you're going to pass on it? Assuming it is any good, which I'm very skeptical of. This is not the same exact point, does it? No, it doesn't. Yeah, bummer. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, assuming it is good. I mean, if I'm stable and if I'm looking good, I will definitely be a buyer of it. Assuming it is any good. Which right now I'm not convinced they're going to be any better than Latin VFR, but I'm also not convinced that they're going to be. They say they're going to be the best air. They're calling it the best or the greatest, whatever for the sim. And it's like that's a strong claim to make. That is a very strong claim to make. I mean, I have my hopes up, but I'm also prepared to see them fail, especially with. I mean, it's not that big of a deal if they fail because PMDG is right behind them with the 7.8. So is Bluebird. I mean, I think we all do need a good 7.8. Not that this thing's horrible. This thing's good. It's good. This thing is a good foundation. This thing's a good foundation for 7.8. It's not much more than that, though. Alright, 1 second. I'm gonna grab a bottle of water. 1 second. Alright, so for this thing, we'll go top descent in 15 minutes. 5 minutes before this. The VNAV on this thing is not great, but it's still better than the Phoenix. Still way better than the Phoenix. What's my shift today for work? I think it's 3 to 7. It's a small shift. And when is the person who I have to talk to coming in today? Yeah, today's 3 to 7. It's a very, very short shift. Comes in at 4. Good to know. Good to know. I have to talk to someone today. One of our new hires. I have to give them their evaluation. And unfortunately, this evaluation is not going to be the best. We're going to give them 2 weeks to improve. I had to do one of those yesterday, yeah, yesterday, and it's not the funnest thing to do. Alright, when ready to send flight level 100. Maybe flight profiles for the 777 that make it compatible with the Airbus FCU. They're coming. Slowly working on one. Keyword being slowly. It's coming. It is 80% the way done. Just need to figure out a few bugs. Need to link the QNH or the altimeter to it. and a few other small things, then it will be done. Alright, 10 miles until top descent. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, the Dreamliner is a good aircraft. It's a really good aircraft. I mean, despite my experiences on it, which have not been the best, it's a good, solid aircraft. My favorite out of the three of them, I think is going to be the Dash 9. Though the Dash 10 is also quite nice. Thank you. That guy's in a 777. Ooh. Yeah. Figure that out in a few minutes. That's funny. When is... Okay, if I were to go ahead and clear up this discontinuity. Does that make my top descent now or later? No, still the same. Yeah, so I've never been outside of the U.S. or Europe. I mean, I think I can literally count how many countries I've been to on a single hand. Let's see, USA, the UK, of course, France, Germany, the Netherlands. That's it. I'd love to go to Australia. I'd love to go to Australia and New Zealand. Alright, see you, Clark. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, serving alcohol at airports, I don't actually understand it because... Yeah, I actually don't understand it because theoretically, in the event of an emergency, you want all your passengers to be focused and not to be intoxicated. And so serving it whilst the plane is at 37,000 feet in the air, that I can get behind, but I've never quite gotten the idea of, okay, serve alcohol at the airport before these passengers actually board. It just seems not right to me. I can understand wanting to wait for your flight, but that's what actual restaurants are for. But theoretically, you want all your passengers to be not intoxicated for any reason. whilst you're still on the ground, at least. Once you're airborne, potential for any issues significantly lower. But if you need to like evacuate the aircraft, you want everyone to be in good condition for that. And you want all your able-bodied people to be able to help out in those situations, not to be drunk. All right. Why do I feel? Why do I feel like our top descent indicator is wildly off? I feel like I've been to Mumbai a lot recently. I might want to see if there's any freeware scenery for it. I don't think there is, but if there's any freeware scenery for it, I might want to look into it. Okay, I guess it's accurate then. Oh, you know, it's the star throwing me off. Throwing me off. I have an answer. I'm gonna say something. Braided cables absolutely suck. I don't say that lightly. Braided cables, they just suck. The reason that I say braided cables suck is because you're always gonna have an instance, and this has happened to every single braided cable I've had, where it'll want to coil up, or the actual cable will want to coil up in a single location, and depending on where it is, it can annoy the living daylight out of you. This has happened to every single braided cable I've had. There's nothing wrong with the rubber. With the rubber ones. Absolutely nothing wrong. Alright. 30, sorry, 20 miles to top descent. Okay, it's a little bit better now. Yeah, it's a little bit better now. I'll have to finish fixing it later. Alright, let's get in our descent now. Oh, I forgot this. That's not working, this thing. Mumbai traffic, just big 78 to Papa Heavy, beginning descent now, flight level 100. Mumbai traffic. This thing does not have the best integration with MobiFlight. It's kind of annoying because it means I can't make a good working profile for it. What I have now is about as good as I can do. Which only gives me altitude and heading. Not vertical speed, not Mach number. Doesn't give me any of that. No, due to traffic reasons, couldn't maintain good speed. Yeah, maintaining good speed due to traffic separation. It appears to me like I could be number 1 for the airfield. At least that's what it appears like. Fair. What does the track look like again? He appears to be following it pretty dead on. What's his ground speed right now as well? His ground speed is 491, 452, 473. Ooh. Gonna increase to 320 then. He's in a 777 $200. Yeah, that would make me number one, I think. Good idea, actually. Oh, this guy's coming in from Frankfurt. Damn, that's a long flight. That's a long flight. Yeah. I just asked him what his intentions are. See how quickly he responds. Alright. Falcon 2 Alpha, or 2-7 vectors after August. Which makes sense. Told him I'm in communication. I told him I'm in communication with you. Asking if he's planning on going in before or after. But he replied to the first message. Asking if he is planning on going in before or after. They are not. Oh dear, Max. Oh dear. You gotta get that one that you have to like stand on. Has not responded yet. He's just got a message. He'll slow it down for us. Yep, it'll set done for you. So, all right. What is the QNH? And that transition altitude is not correct. Wind now to 70 degrees, 11 knots. Broken now. 3000. QNH 1005. Here. Let's see, what's that heading we gotta maintain? Alright. Go ahead and reduce our speed to 250 now, in a moment. Go landing lights on. Get actually all the lights on now. Wrong button. There we go. Nope, wrong button again. Go QNH now 1005. Set that to below. Or not. Yes, it's not. I guess that doesn't work. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Mumbai traffic, Chesapeake 7-8 Papa Heavy, reducing now speed to 50 knots as we are about to pass below 10,000 feet. Descending out altitude 4,000 feet. Downwind now runway 27. Mumbai traffic. So now out to an altitude of 6,000 feet. Go ahead and slow our rate of descent. Train radar is on. Good. A little late on the speed. That's fine. We can go and reduce our rate of descent further. And Grumpy, just for your planning, I know you're right behind me. Just for your planning, just keep in mind that my final approach speed is a little faster than everyone else. So, actually, I don't know. I said that. It'd matter more if you were in front. Final approach speed is literally what I would reduce to at Heathrow. So, speed. Final approach speed is 160, which is kind of fast. Going flaps 25 landing for this one. Don't think this is going to be of any use, but I'll keep it up in case if it gets distracting. Then I'll swap it out, or then I'll put it away. Mumbai traffic, Chesapeake 78, Papa Heavy, descending now altitude 4,000 feet. Mumbai. And we'll just follow this in. Let's see. By Fox India 27, 2,900 feet. I think visibility is going to be fine. Especially since I can see the ground from here. Visibility no factor. I mean, it'll be low, but it'll be absolutely fine. Turn 9 heading 050 degrees. Mumbai traffic, Chesapeake 78 Papa, turning base now, runway 27. Reducing now speed 200 knots. Mumbai traffic. In Mumbai traffic, Chesapeake 78 Papa Heavy, descending now altitude 2,500 feet. Mumbai. We should be fine actually.
Mumbai traffic Airnaut 37 Delta, reducing speed 250 for separation company traffic in front.
Flaps 10 now. Approach checklist complete. Next up is the landing checklist. Morning, Joanna. Yes. Let's maintain 190 to establish. Clear approach. Final approach speed for today, like I said earlier, is very, very high. 160 knots. Mumbai traffic, Chesapeake 78 Papa, maintaining heading 330 till established. We got about 10 miles to run for runway. Sorry, we got about 15 miles to run for runway 27. Speed now 190 until established. Mumbai traffic. Damn, I really cannot speak today. Make that 320. Now this thing is a bit hit and miss when it comes to the interception of the ILS. Sometimes it does the wavy action, other times it doesn't.
Mumbai traffic air not 37 Delta turning base runway 27 turning base now.
Noted. Yeah, kind of overshot it a little. Yeah, it's not. It didn't do it right. What's it doing? Gear down. There we go. Now it's finally getting it. Cleared approach. Mumbai traffic, Chesapeake 78 Papa, speed now 170 knots. 7.5 miles now, runway 27. Mumbai traffic. Change to 1005. Let's go more flaps, actually. Let's go all flaps. Flaps 25 now. Gears down.
Mumbai traffic air not 37 Delta reducing speed 180 for separation to landing aircraft.
We're just now on approach speed 160 knots. Ground spoilers armed. Landing checks is complete. Damn, it's thick. A little thicker than I was expecting it to be. This thing is Cat 3 capable if needed. Ground contact. Noted, 1000 noted. I see it. Faint, but I see it.
Mumbai traffic air not
Approaching
37 Delta turning
27.
final runway 27 16 miles to run.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My controls. Continue approach. Continue. Down. Ain't no braking because I was an idiot. Take the next one. Mumbai traffic, Chesapeake 7, 8 Papa now clear of other runways. Taxing parking. Mumbai traffic.
Mumbai traffic Air 037 Delta ILS runway 27, 10 miles.
Not the best landing in the world, but kind of pulled it together there at the end. Yeah, I don't think I'll be using the HUD in this thing. I think it's probably not worth using. And damn, we were fast on that final. Not used to aircrafts landing at 160 knots. It's not something that happens every day. Oh, it is something that happens every day. It's not something we do every day, though. Alright, flaps in.
Mumbai traffic Air 037 Delta short final 27, 6 miles.
And as you cross the runway, oh, we'll hold short of the runway and watch Grumpy land. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know about this feature. Why is the default scenery for this airport has gotten worse? Alright. Should see him come out of the clouds any moment now. There he is. Oh, it's not matching up with the aeronaut livery. Wonder why that is. Oof. Wonder if that was a Vatson though. Vatson has a tendency to be slightly delayed, and so landings don't actually look as good as they actually are. Mumbai traffic, Chesapeake 78 Papa, crossing now runway 14. Mumbai.
Approaching runways.
Mumbai traffic airnaut 37 Delta, 27 vacated, taxiing to stand Victor 20 via November 1, across runway 14, Mike Hotel Victor 20.
Mumbai traffic, Lufthansa cargo 8360, 4 miles to touchdown.
Oh, we gotta give this guy the courtesy of the landing as well. This guy yielded the way for us.
Aircraft landing, have a good one.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Damn, he's struggling. Nicely done.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. I fly the 777 for ages.
Spot on, Lufthansa, spot on.
Thank you.
I fly the 777 a lot for first rate. Then I forget to flare in the A320s because in the triples you flare at like 3 degrees. You have a perfect round off. I'll park where we usually park over here.
And Mumbai traffic, Lufthansa cargo 8360, taxiing to cargo stand Golf 4. Thanks for your good work on separation, guys.
Yeah, of course. Maybe it's time to turn off any of the lights. Right, the hardest part about parking any aircraft. We're gonna move towards the center one. Hardest part about flying any aircraft. It's parking the damn thing. Unless you're in the A319, which parking is easy. Parking brake set. Waiting on an APU. APU's available. Engine shutdown now. Beacons off. Logo, wing lights off. Turn off all the hydraulics. Turn off the packs. Turn off the emergency lights. No more window heat. We can unlock the door. Alright. What's the damage? It was a 10. It was a 10. That's the first 10 in a while. 28 grand. Sorry, 29 grand. Not bad at all. 1.37 Gs. Said I was perfectly on center line. Okay, that's pretty good. I'll have to watch that landing again a little bit later. Alright. Well, anyway, that is all I have time for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's been an absolute blast flying the Dreamliner again. And I'll catch everyone in the next one, which might be a few days. I'll let everyone know through my Discord, and I'll try to post it on YouTube if I remember. Anyway, I will see you all in the next one. Grumpy, thanks for the flight. So long.